So if you haven't been living under a rock, you probably know that there's a big news story about all these drones, drone swarms, drones coming off of the ocean in New Jersey and now in New York City and Delaware, Pennsylvania, Connecticut. And so looking at this, I think an important question it raises, is it possible that this is some sort of mass hysteria or people just looking up when they haven't before? And the answer is yeah, absolutely. It absolutely could be. The videos that I've seen, first of all, there's a shocking lack of like primary documentary evidence on this. The videos I've seen have been really blurry and poor, and you would think that over an area as densely populated as New Jersey, somebody would have a thermal camera, a low light camera. There would be some sort of opportunity to get a really good picture, but no, none. But most of the videos I've seen appear to be standard aircraft, 737s, A320s, 777s, Piper Cherokees, Cessna 172s, helicopters. There are a minority of videos, a couple of videos, which do clearly show something that is more like a quadcopter than an airplane, which implies it's likely a drone or possibly manned. But I want to point a couple of things out. A lot of people have put up their own drones thinking that they'd help the situation by tracking down these bad enemy drones invading airspace. There's also authorities have been using drones to try to catch these drones. And then there's always going to be some cheeky people who are testing their limits, the limits of things, and want to kind of stir the pot with their own drones. So could this be a combination of legitimate law enforcement drones, civilian drones of various types combined with misidentification of aircraft? That's certainly possible. And in fact, it's starting to look like that may account for the lion's share of these sightings. That doesn't, of course, prove that there aren't some large drones out there, but I want to point a couple of things out. It's very common for people to misidentify scale, speed, and altitude with anything. There's no frame of reference in the sky. It's very hard. And the kind of evidence that we would need to know that there were actually SUV-sized drones over this area for a long period of time, you would expect that there would be radar data, because even though those are relatively small in the sense of radar, they would show up on airport, on FAA, and military surveillance radar for sure, unless they employed advanced stealth techniques, which we don't see any reason to think that. It doesn't appear that way. There's been no evidence of any mothership off the coast. And the thing is, most of the reports of SUV-sized drones, 50 drones coming in off the coast, these are highly anecdotal. We really don't have any kind of primary radar data. We don't have any excellent pictures from suitable cameras that would be capable of taking pictures of that. Again, it's difficult photography, but not impossible with the right camera equipment. We also don't have any known interception of any communications with these drones, which one would imagine that they would have some sort of wireless control mechanism, and no one's been able to intercept that. So call me a little doubtful. I'm not saying for sure there isn't something to it, but I'm starting to wonder if at least 90% of this is just hysteria.